Today we have the review of the Xiaomi F22, not the Pro version, just the regular F22. This device has access to all of the applications through the Play Store, and of course you can sideload them if you want to go against the grain and not use Google. Just an FYI, and if you're looking for a device that is kind of like half a smartphone and half a dumb phone, I think this is one of the best devices that you can get. Here's the size comparison between the Pro version right here, the F21 from last year, and this is the F22, the non-Pro version. So as you see, there are a couple of differences, and we're going to talk about the hardware, software, and everything for this device. So let's just start with the tour. First of all, it's definitely smaller. The screen is smaller than the F22 Pro. The F22 Pro is massive. This one is definitely a more manageable size and definitely better for the hand mobility and kind of usage. Then you have the ability to have the F21, which is more similar in size. This one is more rounded on the corners right here. This one is more square, as you see right here, is very square. It's an excellent device, however, and now let's talk a little bit more about the things that it does have and it does not have. So this is running MediaTek processor. It's about 2 or 3 gigs of RAM, if I remember correctly from the description. And of course, it has a touchscreen, but you can navigate without the touchscreen as well. You don't need the touchscreen in order to use the device. Of course, it's better if you use the touchscreen. It's more seamless, but you don't have to use it. Let's go straight into the messaging experience so that you can see how this works. So when it comes to the messaging experience, you can type the number. You also have a keyboard right here, and if you swipe, you can change the input method to the KeyPad, which allows you to use essentially T9. So as you see right here, I can use triple click. So let's go to, This is the key to delete, the start key. It takes a little bit to get used to, but here is hello. I think I put the, sorry, right there. Hello. I hit hell before. Hello. My name is Jose. Let's go back. Boom, right there. That's the typing experience. You can use, of course, the keyboard if you want to. So you don't have to use the keypad, but you can use the keyboard, and you can also load voice to text, things of that nature. The device, again, does not have a camera. That is the only difference between the F21, which does have a camera and a front-facing camera, and the F22, which also has a front-facing camera and a back camera. This one doesn't have a camera, neither front nor back. It's essentially a very basic device if you just want to use it like that. Conversations are fine when it comes to SMS and group text messages. So if you're looking for a device that has both of those, this is a device that does have both. Now, when it comes to connectivity here in the United States, it will work only with T-Mobile, and even then, it will only work with only certain areas. So as you see right here in my house, I don't have great connectivity with this device. I actually have no service, but the only service that I get in my house is 2G. I've been able to make it work with 4G outside of the house, so LTE outside of the house, but 2G in most areas. So do I recommend this device for North American use? Absolutely not. But if you are in an international market, it is definitely a possibility, and I would recommend you using it because it will have better compatibility. Of course, you have the call history, you have the contacts, which it's essentially an Android device, so you can add your contacts and add pretty much anything that you want. You have the first name, last name, phone number, mobile, email, home, whatever. And if you want apps, again, you have the ability to purchase it with the Play Store, which allows you to get applications like WhatsApp, like Signal, like whatever it is that you need. You also have weather, you have gallery, you have settings right there, and you have files. As you see, the device does not bring a browser from the get-go, so you don't necessarily have the ability to download stuff. But if you go to ADB, which is the Android Debug Bridge, you can install pretty much anything you want and other, less privacy invasive kind of like apps or things of that nature. The device is running Android 11, and as I show you right here, this is the build number. If we press it 7 times, we are a developer, and you have access to the developer options, which allow you to get the Android Debug Bridge and everything to load whatever it is that you want to load. So right there, you connect it to your computer, you load essentially any app imaginable to you. And again, it's an excellent device for those purposes. The device feels really good in the hand, and I actually prefer it to the F22 Pro. The F22 is extremely large. I don't prefer this device. It's too large, but the F22 non-Pro version is actually really nice. I wish it had a camera for those of you who like cameras and that, kind of want a device that is a little bit more compact, like the F21, right? But with a camera, I wish they had a version with a camera, but as of right now, they do not. Maybe this will change in the near future, maybe it won't, depending on their kind of like availability and things of that nature. If you're in an international market, I would definitely consider this device as it has the best of both worlds. A screen, a form factor that is smaller, but all of the capabilities of a smartphone without the big screen that distracts you. You can load different applications, again, like WhatsApp, Signal, your favorite messenger, and even Android Auto, because this is running the full version of Android 11. It's not running the Go version. So if you're looking for an Android Auto device, I will definitely recommend this to you. And again, if you're in an international market, here in the United States, it will work. It will be a little bit spotty, but you may get 4G LTE in certain areas. We're going to continue monitoring this device because maybe some hacks will allow us to use it fully in the United States. Technically, we have already seen the hacks that got us the Xiaomi F21 to work in the United States. Check out the Reddit post for that, and I will link it in the description below for those of you who do not know what I'm talking about. But this one is loaded with pretty much everything that you need. You have weather, you have settings, you have the gallery, which allows you to display images, but it doesn't have a camera, so it's kind of useless in that sense. Again, a very good device, very smooth, very nice. Battery life, I believe, is at 19% right now after about 2 days. So 2.5 days, I will quote this battery life. And I think it's an excellent, excellent battery life for the device that you're getting to. Maybe you can stretch it to 3-4 days if you use it on battery saver mode all the time. It will limit some functionality, but it will give you more and a better extended battery life for your purposes. It does have an alarm. It does have kind of like the things that you can get with regular devices, like with Android. Again, you can pretty much put any application that you want here. And of course, it has Wi-Fi, hotspot, Bluetooth, things of that nature. Data saver, screencast. It even has a RI blaster. It does have USB-C, but it does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is a little bit of a bummer, but that is the life nowadays. You can adjust. As you see, it does not have any volume buttons anywhere on the device. It's super sleek, but you can adjust it here on the screen, media volume, things of that nature. So whenever you have a call, you can adjust it. If you swipe down and you kind of go right here, right there, you will have the ability to adjust it. It does have a flashlight part here, but it doesn't actually have a flashlight, so it's essentially grayed out and not possible. You can take a screenshot. It does have a couple of extra things, record the screen, things of that nature. They're not that important things, but it does have the ability to do all of these. If you have any questions about this device, this is my initial review. If I ever have any extra thoughts, it's a very good device from the get-go, and I will make an update if I have extra thoughts, but it's essentially a Xiaomi Chin F22 Pro, but smaller. And that's what a lot of people want it. It's cheaper at around $90, and it takes maybe about a week and a half to get to here to the United States. If you're trying to make it work here in the United States, again, it will work mainly with 2G and not LTE. If you're internationally, check the bands, and it's going to be definitely more compatible for those of you who are across the pond or maybe even in Latin America. Again, excellent device. I really like it, really enjoy using it for the last couple of days, now a week and a half or so. So I'm really, really happy with the performance, buttery smooth. And if the signal was better, then I will probably make it my daily driver for work. But because the signal and kind of like using it on only 2G most of the time, only a couple of spots here and there with LTE, it's probably not going to make it as my daily driver for work. If you have any questions, again, make sure to put it in the comments below, and I'll be interacting with you guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate your viewership. Have a great day.